Hey, this is Steph Mischuk with webmentor.org, killersites.com, and the other sites. In this video, I'm going to talk about why I'm not going to produce a course on AngularJS. AngularJS, if you don't know, is it's a fairly popular JavaScript-based framework that helps people build web apps. I'm not going to get into the details here, but let me just say this. The reason I'm not going to teach it is because AngularJS, like so many other technologies that you're going to run into, is going through a massive change and disruption. As far as I can understand, the new version of AngularJS, and I'm recording this in 2015, is going to be radically different from the current version that a lot of people use. And as far as I understand, it will not be backwards compatible, meaning the new AngularJS will break all the old AngularJS code. This is a sure sign of an immature technology. This happens a lot. Mature technology should be backwards compatible. So if they come out with version 3 should not break version 2, or at least they should provide an easy way for you to update from version 2 to 3. So AngularJS is at a point now where apparently the lead guy, the main Angular guy, took off from Google. AngularJS is owned by Google, and he's moved on to other things. I don't know what the reasons are, but essentially the reason I won't be teaching it is because if I teach you something now, chances are it's going to be outdated within a few months. So all these Angular tutorials and videos that you see out there are pretty much out of date, and it's not something you should use unless you want to code yourself into some technology that's going to die. Kind of like learning Flash at this point in time. To be clear, I'm not meaning to suggest that AngularJS is going to disappear. What I'm saying is the current version of AngularJS is going to disappear. So that means that all the courses that are out there, all the tutorials that are out there, they're all now done, over, finished. They should be taken down. They're not relevant anymore. I don't know what the new version is going to be like. I'm not sure how different it's going to be, but from what I've heard, it's going to be radically different. And that brings me to a broader issue. When you are a web developer or web designer, when you're learning this stuff, you have to be very careful about which technologies you choose to jump into. Young nerds will get all excited about the new greatest thing. They'll jump into it and they'll go, yeah, this is the greatest thing in the world. Oh my God, what you doing? You're so old school from last year. And then they find themselves in a technology dead end. This happens all the time. I have been doing this since 1994. I've seen this cycle play out over and over and over again. Perhaps I have a perspective that people who've only been coding 5-6 years don't have. And I think that's one of the values, I'm tooting my own horn here. That's one of the values, of a teacher, to bring that perspective. Frankly, somebody with a few years experience, I don't know if they should be teaching. There you go. That's why I'm not going to be doing an AngularJS tutorial. I was going to do it. I was looking into it. But again, my job is to filter out what should be taught and what shouldn't be taught. Before I jumped on the bandwagon, I did a little research and started looking into things. And there you go. And in fact, I was looking into Angular for one of our own internal projects here, whether or not to implement it with a new version of a piece of software that we're working on. And this is what I discovered, what I just discussed. So we're not going to be using it. And as such, I'm not going to be putting on a course on it.